If in 2026 you do not have a tax consultant, then this video is for you because you may actually be on your way to danger. A few years back, I had a gentleman who literally came into my office crying. He had just received a tax assessment from the tax authorities for over 86 billion that he was to pay within a very short time frame, or otherwise prove why he should not do so. But he knew that what they saw was real. He knew they now had evidence of the revenue of his company, and it was seen to be well over 10 billion. But he didn't know how to explain that all that money was not his. He came and we told him to calm down. After a few inquiries, we realized the nature of his business. He was a key distributor. And you know these lines of business where you have revenue targets, where something like if you meet 5 billion within a particular period of time, you will be paid a rebate of 2%. So 2% of 5 billion is not a small amount of money. That's 100 million naira. And if you have 10 billion, if it is now up to 10 billion, you will now be paid 3% by the company that you're buying from. So they'll give you 300 million. So you look at it, 10 million is 2 times of 10 billion is 2 times of 5 billion. But now you're going to be paid 300 million for 10 billion and 100 million for this. So they all try to raise and meet up the greater part of the bands. This was his situation. But in his actual case, he doesn't even sell up to 2 billion. But what they do in such cases is that many other people that sell probably less than he does, in his case actually about 12 persons, will come together and bear his name. They buy through his name. So every purchase that is made is seen as his purchase, and that enables him to meet these revenue targets. So when the rebate is paid, they all share it amongst themselves. But now that it's time for taxation, the tax authorities are looking at the person through whose account this money came, and he didn't know how to go about it. We told him to calm down. We engaged the tax authorities, in his case Abuja, and we spoke with them. They agreed that we could come over and go into details about it and prove what his actual tax liability should be. In the course of what we were doing, we also discovered other things that could help him. On one occasion, when his truck was on the way down to his city, he was robbed. He even went to the site after he was told and discovered that not one single item was left in the truck. Luckily, there was evidence of this. There's been a police report. He snapped the thing, took videos and all whatnot. These were clear, believable evidence of what had happened to him. So we took the entire value of what was coming in at that truck to represent a loss that he had made. This was now also subtracted from his assessable profit. That's the profits from which he should have paid tax. So if by the time we were done, we actually had 50 million as what he should have paid tax on, and what is in that truck is 42 million. If you subtract 42 million, you're now left with 8 million as what he should pay tax on. He also had some other minor incidences, like his accounting department. We noticed that it was very lean. He had just barely 2 members of staff, and he said that there were frequent cases of both privileges, cash suppression, and the likes that have been reducing his profit. He even had legal cases with them and could prove that. So what was established from there was also removed. The long and short of it all was that this young man could come out smiling because the eventual tax liability on him was something that he could bear. This is going to be relatable to most of us in the coming months and years, because this is often the case. The worst part of his is that for years he was not paying his tax. If you want to be on the right side of the law, do the assessment yourself and submit it before the deadline. For companies that pay company income tax, June 30th of every year is the deadline. If you submit it before then, you can meet a more friendly atmosphere in which you may be required to explain 1 or 2 things. If you're unable to do it yourself, why don't you engage a tax consultant? Why else are we there? So you see that it's not a lost case altogether. If you know how to transact with the tax authorities ahead of time, you will be able to be out of messy situations. And in case you find yourself in a messy situation, we're also there to give you help. We're also available for free consultation. You can see the number on the screen. We are out there to help. And once again, I want you to remember that I remain Onyebuchi Madawu, the financial guru. Do not forget to subscribe, click on the like button, and share this to people that it can be of great benefit to. I hope to see you once again on an episode of this channel. Thank you very much for listening. Bye for now.